What is up, guys? It's your boy Lord Zed, and today I have a murder mystery for you. So as a profession, I'm a personal trainer because as an up-and-coming YouTuber, if I don't have a real job that pays me real money, my ass will be out on the street. So as a personal trainer, I trained a bunch of people from a bunch of different walks of life. But yesterday, let's get into it. Let me not mince words. Dude, tell me why. One of my clients yesterday, he's an older white guy, close to his 60s, like late 50s, 58, 59. And he's a surgeon, so he's got a lot of money. So why does he, we're training yesterday, and this dude says, "Hey, have I ever told you the suicide story?" And me being a paranoid black guy, I'm like, wait, what? Not knowing what the hell this dude's about to tell me. He says, "Dude, did I ever tell you the suicide story?" So, reluctantly, I'm like, "No, you haven't?" He's like, "Okay, let me tell you about it." So I'm sitting there looking at him like, what is this mother effer about to tell me? So this dude proceeds to tell me about his wife. And I'm like, okay, red flag, this dude's crazy. But I'm like, I let him start talking. And he's like, "Dude, so tell me why 5 years ago, when me and my current wife," and just so you know, his wife is about 20 years younger than him. So she definitely married him for his money. But he's like, "Dude, tell me why, 5 years ago, my wife went through this ordeal where her boss committed suicide." And I'm like, okay, what happened? So this dude proceeds to tell me that, his wife worked at this bank making a lot of money. So she had this position that she was underqualified for. He said that she was making like $250,000 a year. And I'm like, wait, what does your wife do? He's like, "Well, she got this job, off of good luck. Like, it was just the right timing." I'm like, okay, what does that mean? He was like, "Well, she was a secretary for this guy at the bank, the CEO at a bank, and, somehow got promoted into being like a financial manager." So first red flag, how the hell do you go from being a secretary to a financial planner? Well, in case you don't know, let me tell you, you sleep your way to the top. So that was the first thing. I was like, okay, so pretty much your wife is a slut, basically, is what you just told me. So his wife sleeps her way up to the top. She's now a financial planner at the bank, working for the CEO, making $250,000 a year. And surprise, surprise, the CEO supposedly, is in love with her. So I'm looking at my client like, no shit, guy. She wouldn't have gotten the job if A, she wasn't sleeping with him, and B, if he didn't, like her / love her. So he's telling me about how, he's always sexually harassing his wife, and how his wife is always coming home talking about, oh, he's looking at, what'd he say? He said, he told me today that I have a brain for business, but a body for sex. I'm like, first and foremost, that is the lamest fucking pickup line I've ever heard in my life, and I'm not sure if that's a compliment or if that's just fucking creepy. A brain for business and a body for sex? That sounds like some old white guy comment that's trying to, just be nasty. Anyways, he says that, she's being sexually harassed, the dude's in love with her, the boss, writes her poems, and I could just tell my client is getting very agitated by this. So he tells me that, one Sunday, his wife goes into work to do some paperwork. First of all, nobody does paperwork in the office on Sunday. The CEO is at the office, and, his wife calls him and says, "So-and-so is here, I just want you to be on the phone just in case he tries anything." So he stays on the phone, and according to him, she does her work while he's on the phone, grabs the paperwork, goes upstairs to tell the boss that she's leaving to lock up, and then she leaves. So they supposedly go home, have a salad, and that's it. So a couple of days later, he tells me that the police show up at the office because the boss's car is still there, and the office is open, and nobody has seen the boss for a few days. So long story short, they end up finding this man's body at a beach with a gun hole in the back of his head. So I'm looking at the dude like, okay, who commits suicide by shooting themselves in the back of the head behind the ear is specifically where the bullet hole was. So I'm looking like, okay, somebody murdered this dude. So apparently the coroner says it was execution style, but somehow the prosecutor, I don't know, whoever it was, couldn't prove that he was shot. So I'm looking like that literally makes no sense. So, you know, because my client is a rich guy, we live in a small town, I'm thinking these dudes put a hit out on him. So his wife is, you know, being questioned because apparently on camera she's the last person to see him. You know, he's being questioned and the case gets thrown out because there's no evidence. So I'm sitting there like very, very confused, like who would have, you know, killed this guy? Your wife was the last person to see him alive. You know that he was harassing your wife. She, you know, comes home pissed off all the time because he's harassing her. Like, who else would it be? Like, guys, please help me out here. I'm very confused. You know, I think I might be training a freaking hitman / murderer. What do you guys think? Does that sound like, you know, just a coincidence that she sleeps her way to the top? Oh, and another thing, the bank was about to go belly up. So it was about to go bankrupt. So everybody was about to lose their job. So this CEO is sexually harassing her. She hates it. She slept her way to the top. The bank is going under. My client, you know, has a lot of money, hates this guy because he's hitting on his wife, who's younger. So, like, I don't understand how this could be anything other than a hit. So, guys, please let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. Am I training a murderer? Like, what the hell? I'm very, very scared. But let me know what you think. Make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm gonna be coming with some more stories. Because you know, shit is happening all the time to me, crazy shit. So yeah, hit that thumbs up button, drop me a comment, let me know if you think this guy's a murderer or not, because I have no idea what I'm dealing with.